Good morning, all. All right. Well, it's morning for me. We are actually going to start right about now. This is EOS Go. Actually, this is Jenny, TopKpop, sitting in for Kev and Bluejays this morning again. But we're going to jump right on into it because I have the Zoom link right here. Just 1 second. Here we go. Oh, okay. All right, you guys excited? Totally excited. We're just waiting for the Zoom link to go up because I want to get you guys on as soon as possible. And yeah, we are live. So we're just waiting for confirmation. I can actually probably show you the screen. Oh, here we go. Let's get you on.
Hey, Mimi. Aloha is what we say.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So is the ABP online this morning, this afternoon, this evening?
I was just chatting with the ABP, but let me
Nice.
figure that out.
It'd be funny if we're all here. We're like, oh, he's not responding. We're sitting here for an extra half hour.
Or she.
Or she, or they.
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 Yeah, gender neutral.
It claims to be a robot, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's a funny thing. In a Turing test, would a robot say, "I'm a robot"? That's a good thing.
Well, you've been talking to them, David. Would they pass the Turing test?
Yes, quite.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter if they're a robot.
Oh, okay. Yes, they've already passed the Turing test. If this entire thing was being done by a robot, then our robot overlords have already spoken, and that's all we got. It's already happened.
Oh no, they sent a robot back from the future to take over the EOS network because it's going to run the world.
That's not a good sign.
Too late.
Have anybody saw the conversation yesterday about why one ABP was selected in Twitter, and Violix came back suggesting why didn't we vote on Ethereum and other stuff?
I missed it. Don't care.
Yeah, TLDR.
Basically, a professor, fad about the whole process about decentralized, and Violix joined the conversation asking, I don't understand why they don't just vote on an Ethereum contract.
Wait, are you saying that there are people out there who don't understand the finer points of the EOS network?
No, the booting process. Right?
Impossible to believe.
Why don't we just make that person completely public and a target? That sounds that sounds fantastic.
Me, I don't understand the finer points of the EOS.
Me too. Amen, brother.
I know. It's called the Dunning-Kettering curve. When you first start out, you think you know everything, and then you learn how much there is you just don't know.
I thought that was called becoming not a teenager anymore.
Yeah, okay. Actually, my teenage daughter has decided to join us to be here for history and sit in on this. So it's
nice.
Yeah.
I would argue that many people on the call would like it to be called herstory.
I think she's one of them.
Or they-story or them-story.
Yeah, them-story.
Them-story. We're making them-story.
Yeah, but I don't know if history actually was ever meant as a gendered word. I don't think that was the origin, but I could be wrong.
I'm not tackling that one at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's too early in the day for etymology.
All right, everyone. Sounds like we have a large group enough. So the intent of the first part of the call was to all together raise any concerns that we might have found since the ABP resigned. So I would ask that anybody that has a technical question or concern to bring up to the group, do so now. And if we can try to be respectful of the time and not discuss things that aren't too related to those concerns for a few minutes at least, please.
I have a quick from EOS.
And if you can mute yourself if you're not talking, please. It's very noisy right now. Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, I have something real quick, Mark. I don't know if we've talked about name squatting at length or whatever. I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not. I just have we talked about how to disseminate like extra names or I mean, it's just kind of a dick move. People name squat, and I'm fully anticipating that might be a thing. So.
Yeah.
Are you talking about name squatting for block producer candidates or
Yeah,
for
like
just name squatting in general?
Yeah, BP names.
So yesterday, in the last call 12 hours ago, we had a unanimous no on giving block producers any sort of advantage on that.
Right.
We said this is a public chain and we will all rush to grab our account at the same time as the public. And everybody prepared alternative names in case their preferred name was to be taken. And
yeah, I mean, we have 3 names. I just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page there. So
it's good to remind everybody to have several names ready, and that they only advertise the one that they were able to snap. Thanks, Marshall.
And who knows, maybe actually no one will do that dick move and it won't be a problem. That is possible.
Yeah, and you'll have to spend more EOS to make more accounts.
Yeah, you're going to have a bunch of accounts with 10 liquid to try to spam squat. You're going to need a bunch of EOS to spend to do this. So good luck, I guess.
That kind of move wouldn't come from inside this group at all. It would be some trolls out there.
I'm reminded of the in the American West where they had land grabs where literally they would have everybody all lined up and you just run and go and stake your claim.
Yes.
And, all of a sudden, it just flashed on that.
Yes, I live in Oklahoma, and one of the colleges here are called the Sooners because they're the people who went out the night before secretly and claimed land before the actual start. So there's precedent.
That is so cool. Thank you for sharing that.
I never knew why they were called Sooners. I always thought that was the weirdest name ever.
Yeah, because they're cheaters.
Thanks for the.
Yeah, they're very proud of being cheaters.
and they cheat. They're cheaters, and they prospered.
I want to throw out a thanks to EOS Go for streaming this morning. I think it's good.
Hey, EOS Go! Awesome job.
EOS that's streaming the EOS Go stream, and they're live translating. Last time they had over 1,000 people watching us.
That is amazing. That's super cool.
Great job. Cool, any other guys? We're 20 minutes or so from something very essential. Any other concerns that should be discussed right now? Let's try to make sure we have turned every rock in the last blocks and everything. Any concerns we should know now?
Well, let's just start with findings, right? So. Like we mentioned yesterday, we finally received resignation of the Genesis block. After that, we rerun validation. We didn't find new transactions. Everything was fine. The tests came out exactly the same. We believe resignation has been done correctly. So from our end. Everything looks great.
Yeah, good job, everybody, with the validation. Awesome work.
Thanks.
I just want to know: is the head block number 14791? Is that correct?
Let me double check. Hold on.
That's what I have. Yeah,
that's what I have
as well.
Yeah.
Good to check. The last thing you want is to be on something you're not supposed to be on a different chain, and then you try and register your account going,
just making sure.
I left a comment in the chat, but one thing I noticed, Chris made a tool for looking at active peers. It's pretty cool to see we've got around 75. So I'd love to see that list continue to grow, but it's a nice distribution for our first just becoming a chain. Pretty exciting.
Hey, can you link that tool?
Yeah, I will do. Just a second.
And Luke, you own 35 of those 75 nodes?
No, not at all. I love DPoS way too much to do something like that.
Mark, define own.
Run, root.
I think it has to be less than 10%, and then you're good, right?
Any other concerns? Anything that we think the group should be aware of?
No concerns from build team. Our nodes seem to be running fine, and we're eager and ready to get going. I think the chain looks good.
Do we want to do some translation, guys? Define maybe?
Everything 所有东西都 OK， 没有问题。大家有什么验证方面发现有什么可以拿出来讨论的话，现在请提出来。
So just a little administrative thing. It's really not a big thing, but just like last time, if you're participating and you're a second representative or third or more from a BP, please put witness after your name. It's not a big deal, but please do.
跟之前一样，就是如果你的节点有多位参与的话，请把其他人，就只有一个主要的人，名字旁边不需要 witness， 其他人名字旁边都需要有 witness。
I'll raise one heads up. I'm sorry, is that translation finished?
Yes. Go ahead, Ron.
I'll raise one heads up. I'll just point out that in the reg producer contract, there's a requirement to disclose your direct owners and beneficial owners if they have more than 10% stake. This has not been widely discussed. I don't think there's a consensus on how to approach it. We published our cap table on Steemit. That was our approach.
The text says that you need to maintain a website and an address, right?
So that information needs to be on the website. Is that the case?
Yeah, I mean, I think most people's is. I know ours is. So
most of that I've seen have that or a similar statement.
So do we also, that's a suitable expression of ownership to meet our requirements under the contract?
So what I suggest is that there's a period of leniency and understanding for BPs. If they have a page somewhere and it's not acceptable, give them an opportunity to rectify it.
I second that.
Of course.
That's very reasonable.
That's not under our control. That'll be up to the token holders and the arbitration system, but I think that'll be the general sentiment.
Yeah, and I would suspect that token holders would be much more anxious to hold people accountable once we hit 15% and there are elected and standby block producers doing claim rewards. At that point,
and it's a pretty low hurdle for us to meet, I think. So, I don't see why we need to, to give too much leniency.
Correct. I'm just saying when right now, anybody who's on this chat, I'm assuming that they've already done so. If they haven't, the idea here is that the leniency isn't going to be like for the next 30 days. It's going to be maybe for like the next 30 minutes, or at least the next 24 hours.
One thing that came to me to mind this night as I was trying to sleep, while we went great lengths of effort to randomization of the ABP selection and protecting the identity using David and everything, we never really asked the ABP to pledge to keeping the secret forever. What's your feeling on that? Should we ask simply in the validation channel to the AVP to pledge to keep the secret forever?
I thought that was an understanding when we talked about the process.
Me too. I believe that the whole thing about them being anonymous was that they were not being able to brag about it later on, right?
I don't think it matters that much. We're not Satoshi. We didn't invent much, right?
Yeah, but I will guess that any EVP that claimed that they launched the network is some good marketing for being elected, and I don't know.
Then we'll point out to our notes how they stitched the network.
So
if they do, no problem with a deathbed disclosure if somebody wants to.
If they do, we do a Kaiser Soze and everybody.
Well, let's do this. Why we don't? Another strategy could be like everybody claim that to be the.
Yes,
I am Spartacus.
No, that's beautiful. Who said that? That was beautiful.
I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus.
Yeah. It's like in the movie. It's like V, right? You know, everybody.
We'll make T-shirts. Everyone will say, "I was the ABP."
Yeah, I was the.
We can all wear them.
I launched EOS
okay, the artists amongst us. That's beautiful. I want one of those shirts.
Well, I'm seriously. If you guys agree, let's do it, right? Because if we all claim that we did it, it's kind of like.
I think that's fun.
I agree.
I like that.
hate to rain on the parade, but the Constitution says no lying.
I think
it's a great idea, though.
Well,
who can make that design? I will make sure that
on the blockchain.
I will make sure it's printed.
It says no lying on the blockchain.
All right, we have a really talented in-house designer here, who's our art director, and I'll have him put up something if I'll present a couple of designs for everybody.
Well, I like the Guy Fawkes Day kind of a thing, you know, from V. I am the V.
I'm really not sure why you guys would do that because I was the AVP. So
I've got to confess, I was the AVP.
I was the AVP.
Yeah, I'm very offended that you guys would minimize my efforts here as the AVP.
I was a BP. I was AVP.
We got 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah, can we do a translation here?
we need more AVPs.
Yeah， 刚才大家在讨论就是这个 ABP， 虽然我们同意说这个我们选出来一个匿名的 ABP， 但之前好像没有人讲说这个 ABP 本身自己不能把这个 ABP 他自己是 ABP 的身份给透露出去。然后大家聊完之后，就有一个方法，就是我们所有人都可以说自己是那个 ABP， 那个匿名的 ABP， 那就不会有这个匿名之说了，因为每一个人都可以自己稱自己是當年啟動了 EOS One 的 ABP。ABP
也可以說是 ABP 嘛，就是一個 BP 嘛。
I have a question. I just do the validation again, and I found something error. I hope other validation also call this again. I found the active key in the snapshot doesn't match on the chain.
Quinlan, can you fix that in the chat, please?
Which?
Yeah, I will say in the chat.
Pick some more screen snapshot with
Okay, well that's serious. Did you put it in validation and have so people can look at steps to reproduce?
Yes, I will take some picture. Please wait a minute.
你是用你的工具验证的吗？
是啊，我还用别人的吗？不可能。
我下面正好也有，我也跑一下看一下。
对，你跑一下。
你是余额不对，还是说是什么 contract 不对？
名字和 account key 对不上。
我的工具里应该是检查了那个公钥了，我那边都是。
再跑一遍。
我问一下，这个还没有开始交易，能抵押吗？
已经抵押了，它默认就给你抵押于4个。
我刚刚抵押了一点了。
Yes.
Anyone have a translation for us?
So we're seeing there is I think this is a key mismatch, right?
Yes.
是哪个账号？你直接把账号说出来的。
我发了，
发出去了。
GMPD 在那个 Telegram 里面。
W3。
本来不想惹事儿，我去。
没事，很重要。It didn't match the snapshot file.
Yes. If I use error snapshot file, please point out that.
然后你是发现一个账号还是多个账号？
我发现一个就停了，没有管别的。
哦，就发现有一个有问题是吧？
对，它那个 Active Key 和那个和快道里面的不匹配，你知道吧？
我去。
The active key is mismatching.
Yes.
I know the chain is still paused, so some of us are probably still seeing stale transactions. Is there any possibility that it could be related to that?
If transaction happens, that will not change the active key.
Well, they could change the active key with the transaction, though, couldn't they, using the owner key?
There's an update on
this. Might be in, like you said, still.
So let's how define the freezing.
The boot node just said in a chat that it is matching on the boot machine. So perhaps someone changed their key, and because the chain is paused, we haven't seen that transaction get squashed yet.
Yeah, that might be a possibility because you've got a few block explorers that have.
Let's check the balance. Let's check the balance.
Yeah, for sure.
The ABP says it is matching on the boot machine. And everyone saw that.
？Hello， 停一下，你在说话没有静音。Hello， I have run the validation maybe 12 hours ago and it's passed, and then I run the validation. It happened the error. Maybe some.
What is your error?
就是你的那个。
OK，
就是那个
error。OK，
我之前做过验证的，肯定是有人做交易了。
Freeze is filled, maybe.
So the chain is not freezing, right?
No, the balance is it's token.
So it was really authentication update. So good.
I think what is happening is that some transactions are flowing and they are being applied to local nodes.
Yeah.
But they're not put into blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very diligent about that.
A second
okay,
to Alex.
I will ignore this error.
That happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
that's it.
ABP has concluded it is indeed a pending transaction. When the chain unpauses, it will go away because it will be put into a block. So I don't believe this is.
Yeah, the transaction isn't put in the block.
This is similar to what we saw with producers that showed up and people were concerned, right? And they did a replay and they went away because these are unconfirmed, right?
Yeah, they're stuck in local. They just simply haven't gotten into the chain yet. So, that's going to be a symptom until we turn this on.
Yeah, David.
Okay.
David, can I suggest something? Yeah. I think the best way to solve it, not to solve it, just to be sure, is to ask the ABP to unpause for a little while. And then we'll see blocks flowing, still with the whitelist, and then people can check if this is actually permanent or not.
So
and then
once we do the unpause,
I think we're going to be doing.
We're T-6 minutes.
Yeah,
now.
we're doing gonna. Yeah. Igor, I agree, but I think we're going to be doing the unpause anyway, so we can do it when it's unpaused. We'll see if it catches up, see if that mismatch still occurs. It's going to take a little bit to flush it out, but please, if we could keep people from trying to do other transactions until we actually hit the time, that would also help alleviate some of these symptoms.
就是其实他的意思就是说，这个 transaction 发出去了，但其实都是在几个本地的这个 node 之间 ，ABP 那边 boot node 是没有看到的 boot node 的这个信息是正确的，所以因为而且现在 boot node 现在它在一个暂停的状态嘛，所以它没办法把一些块给发出来，所以我们几个小的这个 local 的这个 cluster 里面可能就有这个 pending 的这个 transaction。
有可能。
对对，那个我在我的浏览器里面看到了，就是跟刚才那个账号相关的那个交易只有一条，就是之前注册那条，然后之后的交易都没有进去。然后我看之前第一次的那个注册账号的那个公钥是对的，所以应该是我们本地的状态不对。
OK。
不对，还有一个问题。
So I would encourage everyone to not send any transactions until your log shows blocks coming in, and that will help not make this worse.
Agreed. Yes. Everybody just hold your horses for a few minutes.
Yeah, would have helped 10 hours ago when people started doing it.
Understood. And you Sooners out there, hopefully you weren't camping out actually they're the Sooners, right? They were camping out last night.
But it's their problem. If their transaction is not properly put in order because they rushed, it's their transaction that's not going to go through. So
it's not going to go through now. It's hard to say whether or not it will be stalled in another way when the chain turns.
Right. So it's a risk.
It is indeed a risk, but right now, if the chain is functioning properly, it should catch up. But it's going to, the more of these there are, the longer it's going to be till they catch up.
Well, if you can ask the ABP to turn down his transaction timeout to like 2 seconds, it should kill them all.
Good idea.
I think Winning just said there's another error. So Winning,
Yes.
can you?
The RAM quota is should be 8 KBs, but I queried up to 11,000. Yes, 11,000. I have sent the message in the Telegram.
Yeah, I don't think that's an actual issue either. I think right now you're usual.
Yeah, and 2 minutes before, it's not the best moment, guys. We have 12 hours. We've been working for 12 hours for validation here. So if anything happens, why was this not raised on the chat before? I don't know.
Well, irrelevant. If there is a problem, we want to know it, even if it's 5 seconds before, right?
I agree. But
So for what it's worth, the RAM quota on that account that I get is 7.955.
It might be a transaction someone's flushed again. People are using it.
Yeah, same number.
Okay, just ignore this error.
So guys, there's 2 minutes left.
I move that we make our go, no go vote immediately. Anyone say
so? Yeah, okay. I say so.
Okay, yeah. Good idea.
Okay.
Everyone have the champagne ready?
I second that.
Okay, I'll just quickly type it.
Irish style here.
So given the vote we did last time, there shouldn't be a need for a vote this time, but we can still do it for recording.
That's actually true.
This is simply for historic purposes, and I think it would be nice. I'm even going, even though my vote doesn't count here, I still want to have my name in the congressional record.
So should we vote? Should we vote by all?
Do it.
Yeah,
go!
It's happening.
Just give us a go, guys.
Unmute, everyone.
Go.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Go.
Guys, let's work on that. I think of all the other things I could have been doing with my life over the last year that I've put into this, and I can't think of anything that would be better than to be with all of you when this happens. Thank you so much.
Thank you, David.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Likewise, thank you.
I see some people already popping champagne.
Excuse me while I launch the chain.
Oh, we get blocked. We get blocked.
Yeah, hold on. I'm doing it right. Hold on, let me press enter.
Wow.
Yeah. A launch button.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, run it.
I need to be careful. I'm tearing up a little bit here. This is pretty cool.
Thank you to all the investors who believed in this before it even existed and gave us all a passion to work so hard.
Yeah, this is such a global community. You know the thing that got me the most was after the Go vote, and whoever, I'm not even sure who asked, could everybody put in what country they're from? That was amazing. If you want to do that again, you're certainly welcome to.
Anybody getting maximum billable CPU for the transaction errors?
That's because you need more staked token. Welcome to EOS.
我已经参加账户了啊，赶紧的。虽然说校验有点问题。
Let's all register our accounts.
Okay. Please mute everyone. Someone's very noisy and I can't find who it is. So let's all mute, please. Unless you're talking. Thank you. Or we're all clapping. That's the only reason you should not be on mute.
Whether or not the ABP is currently on the call, which I can neither confirm nor deny, can we all just say thank you, ABP?
Thank you, ABP.
Thank you, ABP.
Thank you
very much, ABP.
I'm thanking myself.
Thank you, ABP.
I am ABP. Thank me.
I am ABP.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And I have one more toast here, which is thank you, Dan Larimer, for conceiving and executing this. We would not be here without you.
Yeah, Dan is amazing.
And Brendan.
Maybe we should also thank the whole community of token holders that have given this opportunity to launch a network for them. Thank you, everyone. This is amazing.
Skull.
Is the transaction open?
Please mute.
So, am I right that blocks are flowing but not transactions?
Yeah, no transactions.
Yeah, not seeing anything stick.
Okay, then we clap.
Same here.
I'm glad it's not just us.
Yeah, and that was very likely to happen when we first got started. The same thing happened. Same thing happened with the testnet in December.
Is this our self DDoS attack?
You guys get list producers?
Crash our own network.
I've got an account, so some transactions are flowing in. So.
I got Reg Producer to work.
Yeah, we got a 3, 2, 1 go from the ABP in the chat just like a minute ago.
Yeah, I'm seeing some locally, but I'm not seeing them on other nodes, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's propagating.
Give it a sec.
I stopped receiving.
Yeah, node apparently is paused.
Please mute yourself. If you're not talking, please mute yourself.
Now there are.
Of course, Josh, we are the ABP. That's why we were able to get our name.
Yeah, the blocks are flowing.
Yeah, transactions.
Yeah, there's like 10 or 15 people in list producers.
Yep, we're live. We're going.
Good stuff, everyone.
More champagne.
So probably they restarted the node, so they flushed the local transaction list, right? I don't think those who were sort of buffered went in. So we need them for them to expire.
So there's no champagne because everybody's just really tired from having worked for the last 6 months, 9 months straight.
Pending.
Oh no! There is champagne.
Yeah, well, I saw EOS Germany. EOS Germany has a champagne flute up there.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Eric, what's your background?
Champagne.
Is anybody else
what's
seeing
the
what's the background?
Yes. AVP's like, no, stop it.
Dude. I got my producer count.
On a few guys.
Is anybody else seeing an overdrawn balance error?
That's when you don't have enough money to buy your stake.
Right. Well, the account this is from a live account that has, plenty of EOS in it.
So plenty of EOS staked, but you need to buy it. So the floating EOS is what you use to buy the next account.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No, config。
我们能听见说话，你 mute 一下，如果没有在发言的话。
感觉发了好多次才注册成功哎，你们有没有发现这个问题啊？
是我也发了2次才注册成功。
我发了差不多10次才成功哎。
我这边提示那个节点没有配置那个 Node API Chain API Plugin， 你们有遇到这个情况吗？那你是不是节点就是没有配那个 plugin 啊？我没有配吗？什么？
哎，你们成功调用那个 Raise Producer 了吗？
没有啊，
我还没呢，等着你们调成功我再调。
我操，我没成功啊！跟你说，
我这边提示那个有一个 Chain API Plugin，他说找不到，但是我明明加载了。
我是注册成功了，但是投票不了。
还有这毛事儿？
投票不了的话，你多刷几次。那个交易它好像，因为现在用的人太多会卡住，然后你多刷几次就成功了。我大概试了4、5才成功。
哦，我知道了。这个
没有，刚才一直是没有成功的。它开放之后，过了好几10个块之后才接受交易。
哎，
你的节点？
我明显抵押了，他还要我抵押，他说我没有抵押，不能投。
你没打出来，估计够呛。13。
对，我已经把它。
行。
啊，
好了，我注册成功了。操，一次还没成功，真恶心。
我现在投不了。
投不了。
我这说我没有抵押，但是我是有抵押的。
哎，外国人都撤了吗？还没有啊？
我想问一下，那个 location 你们是填？
注册好多次才能成功呢。
对。有时他提要你成功了，但是一会儿你去看又没有，你还得再来一遍。我靠！
我是发了10次才成功啊，可能是刚开始交易太多了。对啊，应该是他可能放到缓存里面去了，所以你们多发几次。
哎，你们知道那个注册 BP 的时候 location 填吗？
不是吗
？Does anyone know
location 把它弄空吧，不用填，不要填。
为啥呀？
那个他好像那个参数那个解析有点问题，你直接填空就好了。
我问一下他们吧。
直接填空吧。
Does anyone know when you read producer the location parameter, what should we provide? Like
I'll ship a list in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
I'm also seeing people have registered with the wrong URL. You should not include the JSON file in your URL. Just up to the folder.
Yeah. Without the slash.
Without slash.
Without the slash.
大家注册 BP 的时候，跟上自己的网站域名就可以了，不要跟上 JSON 的名字，然后最后也不要带 slash。Thank you.
Nobody will agree.
Sorry, was that with or without the slash?
Without the slash.
Sweet. I accidentally did that on purpose.
And I think you can't change the. I don't think you can make a change until you change your signing key.
You have to. I think you have to change your key.
Yeah, you change your key to something else, and then change it back to your key. Fine.
So guys, if you want to register a country code, there's currently an idiosyncrasy there. You must use push action EOS IO reg producer rather than system reg producer. That's the only way currently you can use the ISO 3 numeric code for a country.
No, Pete, I got my country up with using system.
I think they fixed that on Clios.
Did they fix it in? Nice.
I don't know. Checking.
Good stuff.
Oh, we have how many we have? 52 producer registered. Nice.
Good stuff.
Our name was taken for somebody else, guys.
My producer name is registered by others.
Whoa.
还有说？
谁被注册了？
That's too bad. Someone's name squatting my Cryptomancer name as well, so I can't get a personal account.
So did anyone, has anyone lost their intended producer account due to name squatting?
I didn't.
I'm okay.
Producer account is okay.
EOS Argentina is just
We swapped at the very last second just to fool everyone.
Yeah, EOS Argentina is just 12 characters, so we were able to register exactly your same name, but somebody got it. Oh, 13, sorry.
Does anybody have a good explanation of what the scaled votes means? Is it a percentage? The scaled votes column, like a good explanation of what that column exactly represents in the list producer table?
Yeah, all of them should sum to 1.
Yeah.
So
it is percentage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Is there a way to see the total percentage of vote?
Yeah, you have to check on the global table.
And then do the division?
No, you want to check the number of votes?
Well, the number of total tokens divided by the number of, or the number of voted tokens divided by the total number of tokens, right?
So it's the total activated stake on the global table.
How do you look at that? Put the command in or something?
We are at, I have to count the decimals here.
我想问一下，你们谁遇到了就是说 missing 10 API plugin 这个问题？
We have almost 200,000 EOS staked and voted, actually.
Should you put the command in to look at that table?
Yeah, in a second.
I think of Thomas Cox with his unopened bottle of champagne waiting for the magic 15% right now.
There's nothing we can do while we wait anyway, so why not drink?
Yes.
I'm on Eric's page there. This is solid.
Cheers.
breakfast beer. 崔少熙，你那边改好了吗？
改什么？
你账户不是被人注册了吗？你又换了一个了吗？
我现在换了一个，我再想一个了。
This has the advantage of if you get drunk now, then when we hit 15%, if there's bad news for you, you're already drunk, right?
那个采访，要把这个。对对对，这个在这个。
That's for those who drink to forget that they drink too much.
And Igor, that's total activated stake is what you're looking at, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
You have to divide by 10,000 to split the decimals.
Yeah.
Has this been the best social experiment ever for everyone?
Yes.
It's been glorious.
I give a thumbs up to that, Mark. Thumbs up to that.
If
somebody told me a year ago that this was happening, I would have laughed. No way. It'll never happen. You can't get that many people to agree.
Well, that was the.
And it's full consensus.
We did
100% consensus in the last couple of days. It's been amazing. Yeah, I'm very humbled and blessed to have been a part of this. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you all.
Very much so. I think that's the thing that got me the most was when what was the vote when everybody came together. We're talking about this huge global community, and everybody agreed that we were going to do this in a global manner. That we were all going to share this moment. That was not only. I was very pleasantly surprised because we talked about possible contention and splitting off, and everybody agreed to do this. That's exactly what this was all about.
Yeah, it was special.
Totally agree, David. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a very, very global community.
One of the things that we've spoken of up until this point is that one, a token holder should only vote if they've seen joint statement from at least 5 block producers. So I think that we should just quickly whip something up, short, sweet, share it in the validation chat, and then we can put it out at will. I'll start writing on that now, unless there are objections.
Go volunteer Kevin to do it as well.
It's a great idea. Seconded.
Thirded.
Let's do it.
And every block producer can post something they want, right? At this moment, we're all screaming that we have validated this chain and that we're excited about it, right?
Yeah, it's live.
Have Winlin check those accounts again.
Não, vai levar tempo a chegar.
Winlin, could you check those accounts again?
What?
Could you check those accounts again?
The accounts you mentioned before the chain was unpaused.
It should be fine now.
Okay, I check it again. Maybe there is some transfer happens. Yes.
I checked the account. The key is exactly the same in the snapshot.
There has happened a transfer. You can see this.
他刚才应该是让你验证那个公钥的问题，公钥不对的问题。
什么叫公钥不对的问题？
你不是有一个跟 Snapshot 里面公钥不 match？
但是现在已经有人转账了。
不对，就是不 match 那个问题已经没有了。
啊，
对，
不 match 的我再改一下。我操，现在好几个条件只要有一个错误就会停。
We need to have a counter running for all of us that totals up the amount of sleep we've missed over the last month.
That's going to be a buffer overflow, I'm guessing.
Do we need 128-bit numbers for that, or what?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder how we're staking sleep tokens.
It would be faster to count the hours we slept.
Yes,
much smaller numbers.
Agreed. I second that.
That's good. Well, we need to come up with the sleep SLEEP token that we've all been staking here to get EOS actually up and running.
Thanks everyone for everything. I'm leaving now.
Hello guys, I up the temporary monitor for mainnet. I put the link in the chat so you can open and see the progress. I will update it later and change the URL, but for now it's enough to see the direct producer state.
Thank you so much.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Again, amazing work. Very proud to be part of it.
One more round of applause.
Thank you.
Mark, thank you for being our master of ceremonies here. Excellent job.
Thank you, David. It was a pleasure, guys. It was an honor.
Whoever they are. A great job, ABP.
We are the ABP.
We are the ABP. There we go. That's what I want. That's the shirt I want.
We are all Satoshi.
Why? I think we are all the ABP is the new we are Satoshi.
And that's the point. We are all the ABP.
We are all the ABP. Is that Brock saying that?
Yes, that's Brock that said we are all Satoshi. We are all the ABP.
Yeah, Brock, that's brilliant. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. I'm going to end the meeting. Let's keep talking in the validation channel if we see anything, and let's all work together to increase, the impact of this chain. Thank you very much, everyone. Have an amazing rest of day, night, afternoon, good afternoon, night. Cheers.
Everybody.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.